What's up, gamers, games, and gamettes? My name is John, and welcome back to Winter's Empty Heart. I mean, mask, not heart. I don't know. Last time, basically, we killed our teacher. That pretty much sums it up. I think we're gonna meet up with the childhood kid that suggested that our main protagonist, Yuki. I mean, Yuti. I forgot the name already. I'm sorry. No, yeah, Yuki, the assassin, to grow out her hair once again. So, enough of me rambling. Let's continue the story, shall we? And I know I changed the camera position. It's like, yeah, I know. Alright, in the midst of the complete darkness, a bright object falls from heaven alone in silence. Oh, a mask. It is a ceramic mask with a big smile, like the ones from classic theater dissiping comedy. Yeah, the mask is only thing visible, and as if I had its own light in an empty world. As it falls to turn around. Oh, the sadness one. Once the face is visible again, you can see the expression that has changed, and now it is a sad face. Wow. Yeah, this is some really good meaning here. Like, this is really well thought out story. The mask finally touches the ground, breaking into 1,000 pieces, but magically the pieces stay floating in the air. Each one is its own place, floating and turning slowly. All these years I've searched for my own mask. In every corner, at every hour, and in every person, without results. But although I have not been able to find it, I've learned a lot about them. The pieces of the mask mysteriously began to change color, shape, and size. Now they do not seem to belong to the same object at all, but come each from different place. Everyone has a different mask, a face that we know, that we show to society, the one that we show to our friends, to our family, and even to ourselves. Our personalities are different, but our masks, you forgot to space it, our masks are made with the same parts. Oh, hello Diablo. When she finishes speaking, the pieces move, merging to form a new, completely different to the original mask, a red mask with the face of a demon. Oishi. A few seconds later, the new mask dissipates in the form of grains of sand, slowly floating away, only to later come back again. The process of fusion and separation is repeated at least 3 more times, forming different masks, each with different emotions. Oh. Hate, love, pain, jealousy, indifference, sadness, hope, despair. If you learn to understand the pieces, to put them in an adequate quantity and form, you can then become any mask. You can understand them and predict them, deceive them even. Oh, hello. A girl appeared in the imaginary world. Yuki Akatsu, I was right, alright, wearing a traditional kimono with long black hair and red eyes. She takes the mask with both hands. Now it is the face of a maiden, stained with blood. It's only a matter of observing and understanding what things mean for the new mask, what kind of personality it has. What should it love or hate? Yuki speaks with a small smile while she slowly moves closer to the mask. If you do that correctly, you can become anyone you want. I guess that's the advantage of not having any, she said while putting the bloody mask on her face. Oh, transition, whiteness. Whiteness, transition. I can hear my agitated breathing through the gas mask. And she's still in my lungs burn. But even if I stop breathing, it is because I am dead. I'm wearing my work uniform to kill while I struggle with some kind of humanoid monster 2.5 meters high with hard albino skin and huge black claws on hands and legs about 50 centimeters in length. What the heck? It has no face with the exception of an amount of huge mouth that reaches on both sides of his face, full of razor-sharp teeth as if it were a shark, and from that immense poisonous gas like the smoke of a motor. I am wounded. My left shoulder is bleeding after receiving a blow from the beast. I can barely stay upright. My leg trembled, just able to hold on my own weight. Suddenly I started coughing. My body weakens, forcing me to fall on my knees. Wait, when did this happen? What? On the ground I continued coughing until from my mask fall two, oh, it's in her head, two drops of blood that piped on the floor. The color red. Oh, hello, beast.
I told you.
Le visita es capaz de hablar su vez inhumana expresión completa su CUDDLE. I know I said the last part wrong. I know that for a fact. The beast is able to speak. His inhuman voice expresses completely security. That gas mask wouldn't do anything against my poison. Oh, that was it. Stop talking. I cough once more, but then stand at the adopting combat posture with the right hand in front of me, holding a hunting knife as strong as I can, and my left hand a little behind with an open palm. The beast comes to me in an onslaught. At the last second, I jump to the left, managing to evade it. I can feel the wind as it passes me just 1 millimeter from me. After I fall, I bend my knees and I use one hand in the floor to support the weight of my weak body. I feel so heavy and rigid, as if it was petrifying. He quickly turns around and dashes for a second attack. I waited for it place with my eyes widened, waiting for a single. Ooh! Then at the last moment, I see an opening in his attack and jump following the right side of the monster, cutting him deep with my knife. And you got shanked. I mean, the beast roars immediately, counterattacks, but I was already waiting for it. You got shanked, fool. You got shanked. Carefully I dodged, just by millimeters, and then jumped away. However, when my feet touch the ground, they act clumsy and I fall. My breathing becomes more hectic, noisy, like a broken motor. Excuse me. Alright, without thinking, I take a hand to my forehead and rub it. Space it right here. Trying to relieve my pain. Oh gosh.
What's happening?
Red son, are you dying?
Says the monster mockingly, exhaling more poisonous from his mouth when he speaks. White smokes that quickly becomes invisible when mixed with the air. It should offend me, but it has no effect on me. Even if he's right, does it matter? I looked at the monster, waiting for his next move. Then suddenly my vision is clouded. Everything becomes blurry. Aw, dang it, no, Yuki! It is impossible to distinguish what there is in front of me. It is the last only of a second until I regain my vision, but that is more than enough to be caught. Oh, that ain't good. With one of his arms, the monster hugs me against his body in humane strength. Oh, no one person would have suffered numerous fractures after being crushed with such force, but that's not his intention. He knew I would not die so easily. He only wanted to cause me pain and capture me. So we got a cuddle monster, basically. With the other hand, he removes my mask without delicacy, making small cuts on my face with his claws and relieving my identity. The mask bounces a couple of times. When it touches the ground, inside it was blood. My face is dirty, far from the beautiful, elegant image of every day. Oh, what the heck? A thread of drops out of my lips and my eyes are watery, but even then I smile, an uncanny smile like a doll with an expression frozen on her face, unable to change it. Oh my god, no, Yuki. Oh my god. Cuddle monster and Yuki, don't die on me, girl, don't die on me. Oh my god. I just smile, ignoring the precautioniness of the situation.
Yuki.
expresses the monster with a surprise.
Sincerely, I did not expect you to wear red. But I guess it does make a bit of sense now that I think about it.
Da-da-da-das. There is no answer. There is no need to say anything. I stay quiet with a broken body smiling without emotion. The blood-stained smile is mysterious and uncomfortable for anyone who sees it.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Says him, disgusted with inhuman voice, just before cutting my cheeks with one of his claws, cut it until blood drips from the wound. He could cut my head at the moment if he wanted to.
It's funny. Yes. And what do you find so funny, Yuki-chan?
Playfully, the monster follows the game, but then suddenly opens his mouth, releasing a yell of pain. Ooh! Get wrecked, girl! Playfully, the monster I already read that. Pain. Shortly after, red blood springs from from his lips. Of course, he was not expecting it. Before he knew it, I stabbed him in the chest, piercing his heart out without even deviating a millimeter. The monster was surprised in this unique movement. I was stronger than during all combat, so much a couple of his ribs were broken in the attack.
How can this be possible?
Says the monster with a very different voice, not angry, just skeptical. Seems like a bad joke, thinking he would lose with the victory at the tip of his fingers. But that is real. It is very possible. I knew you would get overconfident as soon as I felt that the battle was on your side, and you like to toy with your victims before killing them. My words have almost indescribably coldness. Shortly after the monster releases me, it was not his attention. His hands no longer have the strength to hold me. My feet touched the ground with perfect balance. The symptoms of poisoning vanish in the twinkling of an eye. Then the blood on my face and clothes return to my body. Through the skin, wounds heal without leaving even a scar. All evidence that I have been on the edge of dying is deleted in a couple of seconds.
It's impossible. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it. You were about to die by my poison.
He says in disbelief just before screaming in pain. At the same time, he falls to his knees, still trying to resist death, but knowing that it was impossible. He had already abandoned all hope of winning or making in mutual murderer. He just wanted to know why it failed. That why the only thing he needed to die without remorse. Oh? I exclaim in a playful way before covering my mouth and close my eyes, laughing a couple of seconds with a pure elegance. Of course it was all an act. Do you know this? Do you mean this? After saying that, I extend my arms and quickly a motion cut deeper from its spring and his black blood slowly spilling to the floor. It was normally dark and vicious, but it wasn't much. It only made a small stain on the floor. Blah. The wound then closed almost instantly. The shashments of the water of the beast cure or produce poisons, but you already knew that, right? Moreover, I'm sure that you expected it and another plan in mind. I paused and smiled. The short silence produced a chill to the monster. He just realized that my presence is more frightening even more than that of an inhumane creature. It was because you saw the poison symptoms in me that you lowered your guard, confident that it was only a matter of time to win. Never crossed your mind that it could be all an act. Of course, who would do that? I guess I'm a weird girl. My index finger touches my lips gently in a thinking gesture. Then I laughed again, as elegant as always. Well, I guess that is not right. All symptoms were real. I allowed your poison to work, but it didn't contain my body, and then I ordered the rest to imitate the symptoms. Although it makes me sad to admit, the truth is, before the match you were stronger than me. This plan gave me the best chance of success. After hearing the explanation, the monster lowered his side and gasped for air. It takes him a long time before speaking.
I see.
And you get wrecked, he said with his last breath, and in the next seconds collapses on the floor, leaving a pool of blood. Shortly after, his body begins to change, his violent spasms turning with each of them a little more human until the end. He was a man at least 40 years, with a tattoo on his back and other in his shoulder. It only took a few seconds for the monster to turn human. That is his true form. But the monster or man is irrelevant. It is my target. I stare at it in silence for a couple seconds before calmly walking towards him. Then I point at the body with the palm of my right hand. His blood returns thanks to my powers. Eesh, that sound every time, man. That sound, and I like that. And the intentional pressure rises out of the control, squashing each one of the organs until he explodes. Now in front of me there was a twisted mass of meat scattered, scarcely recognizable as a human. It is another successful work. Soon thereafter I walked away slowly and picked up my mask. I looked at it coldly, noticing the blood inside. My formerly proud and playful expression was deleted. Now my face was a submerged indifference. It is only an uncomfortable work I had to do. Nothing of a real importance. Blood trickles down to the skin of my fingers, and then it is absorbed, returning to my interior. They keep forgetting space a little bit. Once clean, I put my mask in one of my pockets and then take off the raincoat, showing casual clothes under it. The clothes are torn after the combat, but I do not care. I already had the false explanation in mind if I find it myself in a need to lie. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it off right here for right now. This was a good little battle. So, we're going to find out what's going to happen next time. So, without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning from where from. So, peace out and sayonara, guys. Bye-bye.